Well, good morning out there, America, and wherever else you are. It's technically by the few seconds still morning, but I know it's 12 o'clock out there. And people say, "Well, it's lunchtime. Why do you do these live videos at lunch when people are busy stuffing their faces and everything else?" I said, "I don't know. It's one of the advantages of being old. I can claim insanity. I can claim senility. You know." Anyhow, hold on. That's good coffee. That's Colombian coffee. Some of the best in the world. Very. Uh, I lean towards the Hawaiian coffee, but it's very expensive and it's just about impossible to get Hawaiian Kuna coffee. Just about impossible to get down there. You drink a cup of that. That's like drinking a pot of espresso. Whoopee, baby. So listen up. Pence isn't going to endorse Trump, and for whatever reasons he wants to give, the fact that he was telling his acolytes on January 6th to go hang him is a real good reason for not supporting him. A lot of stuff going on. People are talking about some of the things that are coming out of Trump's mouth and some of the other people's mouths. People are still debating as to why he has J.D. Vance as his vice president because he kissed his ass. The thing about this is that the Republican Party right now, a lot of the top people, not the people that wrote the 2025 stuff and all that other stuff, that the real big crazies, but a lot of the politicians that are out there and whatnot that were like Nikki Haley, J.D. Vance, others, they're an example of why people don't trust politicians. Okay. Uh, and you're saying, well, if they don't trust politicians, why are they, Trump is the worst politician in the world. Why do they want to trust him? It's not that they trust him. They're bigots. They're anti-democratic. They want an all-white nation, whatever the reasons are, but they have nothing to do with politics. Because if you're voting for Trump by politics, you can't vote for him because he's a liar and he's worse than any of the others that are out there. And Nikki Haley and J.D. Vance are horrible people for kissing his ass. Why? Because he's a Republican? You mean to tell me Nikki Haley believes in all the anti-feminist crap that comes out of that guy's mouth? And that J.D. Vance, who once called him Hitler, believes now that fascism is cool. All right? That's just, I mean, the stupidity. It's not even, uh, well, I'm reading an article now on Rolling Stone magazine about this intelligence officer who was involved in the 2016 investigation into Russia influence in the election and how it came about and how bad it was. And, but does anybody care? Nah, nobody gives a shit. That's the problem. That's how Hitler came into power. That's how Mussolini came into power. That's how, not the Japanese emperor came into power because he was an emperor. He could do what he wanted to. That's a different story over there. But that's how all these guys, the Communist Party got started. This is how Khrushchev and all these people that we know about. There's the other guy, Stalin, who is probably one of the worst people in the friggin' world, came to power. It's all about people saying things suck. We need to change, but never investigating the people that are doing the changing. Never investigate a country that's already been fucked over by that change. You think Germany's just sitting over there saying, "What the fuck are we doing?" You know how many people died to defeat Hitler? How many people died to defeat fascism? How many Americans died to defeat fascism. There are people alive today, like myself and others, whose parents, whose fathers, and sometimes their mothers even, served in World War II to fight fascism. And now they're watching their government turning fascist because of a fat, useless piece of crap who's convinced everybody he's intelligent, he's smart, he knows what's best for the world, he can make a deal. Sure, he can make a deal that benefits him. It's not going to benefit you. If you think for 1 minute that that man is going to go out and do something that benefits the American people other than his fat cat rich friends who are keeping him in power and are keeping him at the head of the Republican Party right now. No, he's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything for the average Republican. The people in the southern states are going to get the biggest surprise of their life. You know, when they find out that it's not everything that's cracked up to be, it's not everything they want. You know, unless the white supremacists might get what they want, but it won't be the way they want it. And it's going to cause them a lot of heartache down the road. Because when fascism is defeated, as it will be defeated again, they'll have nothing. The world will be in a big trouble spot. Mother Nature is going to take care of a lot of the crap that we want to do in terms of screwing with Trump. Because Mother Nature is just, you know, she's a woman and she's pissed. He don't like women. Well, they don't like him either. You know, he can use. I mean, I find it very difficult. But well, I can understand Stormy Daniels doing what she did because she got paid. I can't see Melania has to be getting paid. She has to be getting money somehow or another, something in return for, you know, being in the same country with this scumbag right now. You know, she should have headed for the hills, but apparently there's some legal stuff going on there that I don't have privilege to, and I don't think the average American has privilege to, and their Republicans are keeping that real close to the vest. Excuse me. Bottom of the cup gives you that jolt, baby. Yeah. Well, I'm not getting anybody watching this stuff, so I don't know how long I'll keep it up. But it's a way of me getting rid. Since I don't have a lot of people to talk to down here, and everybody I talk to has a very, very, very negative view of America right now, and I don't know why. You know, I guess. Well, I do know why, but they're not holding out a lot of hope for America, and in some senses, since their America's democratic views are what's keeping the democratic attitude in their particular country alive, they're worried. So I don't know. I think it's quite possible that Donald will have a complete mental breakdown before he gets to be president, or shortly after he becomes president, which is just completely screw everything up again. Because can you imagine J.D. Vance as president? This is what you have to understand. You know, I mean, I don't know who Kamala's going to pick. She should have picked somebody by now. I think, you know, I don't think that's difficult a decision. You know, person has to get along with her and have her same views. I don't think it's well. I guess the vetting process by the government agencies is a tough one. It's different than being a senator or something like that. They look up your skirt and try to see what's going on. But with Trump, the vice president is very important. Unless they set up unless they go in and put a different form of succession in there, you know, where his son or somebody else can come in charge. Because J.D. Vance is another guy they can't control. They can't control him now. They want him to shut up now. Because all he's doing is bringing his attention to the fact that he said the exact opposite of what he's saying right now. and there's another one that you want to go up. If you get it, you won't get the opportunity to because, but if you do, and he won't answer this question, but why'd you change your mind for? How could you be so ardently against him and now so much for him? And don't tell me it's for the party's good because it's not the party because the party ain't coming out of this in good shape. Trust me. The Republican Party will be, as it is known, will be non-existent. It's already non-existent, but it'll be completely non-existent if he becomes elected. Nikki Haley, the same thing. You're going to tell me that? Well, yeah, you were running for office, so you lied, and now you're telling the truth that he's really a good guy. You're a simple-minded bitch, and JD Vance is a moron. But the problem here exists because there's so many other people out there that believe this crap. They watch this happen and they don't get upset by it. I mean, they what do they think that the stuff that's being printed is a lie? Is that how it goes? That the fact that what these people said in the past is a lie? Well, why isn't the stuff that Trump said in the past a lie? You know, Trump changed his mind. Trump changes his mind like he changes. Well, I shouldn't say like he changes his underwear because according to what people said during that trial in New York, he don't change his underwear very often. Oh wow! Don't you love Mondays? I got all this energy and nothing to do. I got the glare down anyhow. That's because it's. But if I close the curtains and there's no sun outside, that's why it is. If the sun was out, it'd still be a glare. I can't help it. I got just beautiful, shiny, silver white hair, and I've got this beautiful forehead here that just shines. I am not going to do makeup. I got nobody to put the makeup on me. For what? 15 minutes of my running my mouth. I guess people. I wish I had somebody to talk to on here. Then we could discuss the issue. But nobody's coming around. I can't ask my friends because they all work for a living down here. And the people in New York think I'm crazy to begin with, and they're not really, they're scared. They don't really want to be involved. They'll say some negative things about the administration or Trump or something like that, but they don't want to get involved. Not the way I do. Sit here and just call him a liar and say, look, you said this. I mean, you could call J.D. Vance a liar all day long and you'd be correct because all you got to do is look at his record and go back to check the videos of him. I don't know exactly what he was running for at the time, but the comments that he made where he called Donald Trump Hitler. This is I'm not making it up. I can't make it up. I'm putting a video out there that has my name attached to it and my friend Lucy, and the two of us are sitting there and we're watching what's going on, and I'm getting fatter. Just actually, that does put a lot of weight on you, the TV screen. Anyhow, all right. You can see it's getting near my time limit. At least I know my limits. The only thing that age has done to Trump is he's now not talking about grabbing him by the pussy and any of that stuff anymore. He's not chasing women anymore because he knows he's got himself in a lot of trouble the last time doing that. And the problem that he has now is he's going around with his abortion stance. Listen, that Supreme Court did what he wanted them to do where abortion is concerned. So if you have a problem with the repeal of Roe versus Wade, that's the son of a bitch that's involved in it. Okay, states get too confused. If you have a law like that goes from state to state, it gets too confusing. All right, it does because of health insurance and other things that are involved, moral issues, everything. There has to be a federal law for something like that, and that wasn't a restrictive law. That was a freedom law, freeing women up to govern their own bodies. That scares the hell out of Trump. Anybody being able to think for themselves, scares the shit out of Donald Trump. All right. As you can see, I've had enough of this for the day. Anyhow, if I wake up later from my afternoon nap, I might be back. In the meantime, everybody have a good day.